First up, this is going all over the internet, causing a lot of good discussion and controversy here. But we got to talk about it. So, Carla Esparza is getting accused of ducking Zhang Weili. Well, first she got accused of ducking Zhang by saying just because Zhang asked for August, I don't have to agree to that. I don't have to go under her timeline. I already talked about that one earlier. But the new development is that in an interview with, I want to say MMA Fighting, I believe she was talking to Danny Segura at the time. Carla said, quote, I don't think Zhang is more deserving. I think that Marina has won 5 straight. She's actually won 4, if I remember correctly. Actually, let me make sure of that. Sure. So Brazilian Marina Rodriguez has won 4 straight bouts. The only loss was to Carla Esparza via split decision, contentious split decision, back in July of 2020. Anyway, let me start over. I don't think Zhang is more deserving. I think that Marina has won 5 straight. I think she's beaten top level competition, which is very true. She's been staying active, and for me, she's proven herself. She deserves a title shot. But for whatever reason, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, and Weili is getting the shot. So first up, I want to talk about is Marina Rodriguez the more deserving contender for the next shot than Zhang? I think if you go by merit, purely on merit, it's hard to argue against Marina Rodriguez being more deserving. Because first off, let's look at recent records, okay? And you're only as good as your last fight. Well, Marina has 4 straight wins. She beat Amanda Hebos, Michelle Watterson, Kenzie Dern, and then most recently defeated Yan Xiaonan. That is 4 top 10 fighters, 2 top 5 at the time that Marina faced them. So Marina has 4 straight wins over top 10 fighters, 2 straight wins over top 5 fighters. Now, her last fight was contentious. It was a split decision win over Yan Xiaonan. I will grant people that. But on the other hand, look at Zhan's recent record. She lost the title, lost the rematch against Rose, comes back and wins, defeats Joanna. But a Joanna that hadn't fought in 2 years, and her last fight was a loss to Zhang. So basically, Weili has fought 2 opponents in her last 4 fights, going 2-2 so far. Like, she beat Joanna twice, lost to Rose twice. So 4-0 against top 10 fighters, 2-0 against top 5, versus 1 win against someone who hadn't fought in literally 2 years. And she'd already beat her. So, I believe that if you go by merit alone, Rodriguez has a very strong argument. Now, some people are going to say, but Joanna was a former champ, and their first fight was, fight of the year. Excuse me. So, yeah, the first fight between Weili and Joanna was fight of the year, a close fight, and then she absolutely demolished her in the rematch. Well, yeah, because Joanna literally sat out for 2 years after the first fight. Came in with a lot of ring rust. So if you argue on pure meritocracy, which we all know the UFC is not meritocracy, if you argue in favor of merit, then yes, Rodriguez is more deserving. That being said, the UFC is not a meritocracy. It's about money. Zhan's going to bring in more money if she reclaims the championship. If she reclaims the championship. That's why she's getting it. That's why she's getting the shot. And she is getting the shot. So for everyone saying, oh, Esparza's duck, Esparza's trying to duck, Esparza's trying to duck, stop it, you clickbait driving morons on YouTube. Okay? Everyone's wants to accuse Esparza of ducking. Read the last sentence here, everybody, and you can go back and watch the interview on video. It's on MMAfighting.com's YouTube page. What is this here? But for whatever reason, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, and Weili is getting the shot. Okay, does Esparza state anywhere that she's not fighting Weili? No, she literally says Weili is getting the shot. Saying that another fighter deserves the fight more is not a duck when you're literally acknowledging that the other fighter is getting the shot. Okay, let me repeat that. By saying that fighter A deserves to fight more, but fighter B is getting the shot, that is not a duck of fighter B. That is simply saying that fighter A has done more to earn it. But she literally says, I'm fighting fighter B. Fighter B is getting the shot. So no, Esparza is not ducking Zhan. Quit it with the clickbait, people. Okay? It's getting old. Esparza is not ducking. Okay? She wasn't ducking when she said, I don't have to fight you on this date. That is not a duck. And saying that another fighter is more deserving is not a duck if you are literally acknowledging that the first fighter is the one getting the shot. So Esparza literally says, and let me read this again for the hard of hearing or the thick headed. I don't think Zhan is more deserving. I think that Marina has won 5 straight. I think she's beaten top level competition. She's been staying active, and for me, she's more proving herself. She deserves a title shot. But, and remember, the word but basically dismisses everything before it. But, for whatever reason, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, and Weili is getting the shot. That's not a duck, people. That's not a duck. I get it. Esparza is not popular. Okay, I get it. She's not popular. She's not well liked. I like her. I like wrestlers. I respect her. This is not a duck. Okay, just because she's not popular doesn't mean that she's duck. This is not a duck. She's literally acknowledging that Weili is getting the shot. So all you Zhan fanboys that get your panties in a twist, and I know you boys, you fanboys wearing panties, you take your panties and untwist them. Judy, no offense here. I know, no offense to any other ladies that might be watching too. Fanboys, get your panties out of a twist. She's not ducking her. She's literally acknowledging. Look at it. Look at those last 5 words. Weili is getting the shot. Weili is getting the shot. How is that a duck? How is that a duck? Please tell me. Somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat. I know not everybody in the chat, and there's got to be somebody in the chat or that is watching right now that is disagreeing. Somebody in the chat argue, make the argument that this is a duck somehow. Please tell me how saying Weili is getting the shot is a duck. Please, somebody tell me. I'm waiting. Somebody, somebody, somebody put on your big boy drawers and your big boy pants and tell me how this is. Make the argument. Make the argument, please, that this is a duck somehow. Nobody. Nobody. You can make the argument. I think once you take emotion out of it and actually read, listen to the interview, read the quote, which is directly from the interview. It says right here, via MMA fighting. Go watch it and read. She literally says, Weili is getting the shot. How can you justify, how can you say that Carla is trying to duck when she literally acknowledges Weili is just because she thinks someone is more deserving of the shot? That's not a duck, okay? And keep in mind, Rodriguez is not an easy fight for Esparza. Esparza edged out a split decision in that fight. So it's not a duck. Simply acknowledging that someone deserves it more based on merit is not a duck because she never said, I'm not trying to fight Zahn or I'm trying to fight. She's not saying, I'm trying to fight Rodriguez. She says, I think Rodriguez is more deserving, but for whatever reason, I'm sure there's a lot that goes into it, and Weili is getting the shot. Weili is getting the shot. That's not a duck, okay? It's not a duck. For the chat. Uh, Colostrum Sub says, the brother man, they not fighting Julia Budd pulled out. Yeah, whenever that in the news, I think the brother man missed it. Judy B says it could also be that people think that Zahn will win, therefore Carla does not want to lose her belt. So, yeah, that seems to be the big thing is that people are saying, oh, Carla's trying to hold on to the belt as long as possible. But you don't really make a lot of money by holding on to just by holding on to the belt. Like, okay, you could maybe get some sponsorship opportunities by holding the belt and calling yourself UFC champion. You don't get a whole lot of money. You make more money, far more money by fighting. Okay, because the sponsorship opportunities dried up largely when Reebok. Judy says, and again, if Carla takes onto the ground, she retains her belt. True. Possibility, strong possibility. Brother Man says, collection subs, Bud will come back next year, face Kayla if she stays another year in the PFL. Yeah, but Bud's getting up there. She might retire. GB says, next year, how so? Why not late this year? Well, she won't have enough points to continue. She won't make the playoffs because she lost. Well, she lost her bout, but got a couple points because Jenna Fabian, who she lost to, missed weight. Talking about Julia Budd, but she's not going to have enough points now because she pulled out. So I seriously doubt she'll make the playoffs. Colostrum says, I agree, Carla not scared. She will fight anybody. And then also says, people will be looking crazy if Carla beat Weili. She has a chance with the rest. Listen, if Carla Esparza beats Weili Zhang, I think there's going to be a mass suicide amongst Weili Zhang fans on Minecraft. Talking in Minecraft here. Remember how depressed all the Weili fans were online when Weili lost to Rose in the first round knockout? Esparza, no, take that and magnify it by however many times it would be if Esparza beats Zahn. Oh my gosh, the tears of the fanboys will be so delicious. And Judy's laughing at my use of the word panties. All right, so that's why I wanted to talk about for Esparza versus uh, either Zhang or Rodriguez. Obviously, she's going to be facing Zhang. She literally acknowledges it in here. Zhang Weili is getting